Go ahead and get our meeting started. We want to pay tribute to our veterans with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody to the town hall. This is November the 12th, 2024. We'll have the roll call.
Brianna Pitcock, present.
Rex Snyder, present.
Gene Gagger, present.
Nathan Ulrich is present. Tonight we're missing Dan Wicker. We've got a guest in the house tonight. We have librarian Gary Rubendahl with us, so welcome, Gary. Gary would like to talk about the approval of some additional appropriation. You have that paper in front of you, at the top called Notice to Taxpayers of Additional Appropriation. Would you like to comment any on that, sir?
We just need you to tell us that we can spend that money.
Well, very good. That's easy. I love spending
Which
money.
is more than your tax dollars are paying this year. We did have a leaking roof, so.
I understand that does create a problem.
Yes.
Big problem in the library especially.
Yes.
You don't want wet books. Board have any questions for Gary? If not, would you like to, a motion to approve this?
I make a motion, we approve the notice of taxpayers additional appropriations.
Second.
Second. All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
So
passes.
this was money to pay for the roof one,
This doesn't come out of our money, it comes out of their money,
but
but
it's
we still have
money
to
to pay for
approve
the roof,
it.
that's what we're talking about?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So on the right page, sure.
Continue, sir. Thank you for the hard work you've been doing over there. Any questions for Gary other than the appropriations while we've got him in front of us?
What will be your next program next spring?
I don't know, unless somebody wants to make something out of stained glass, then I could always do another one of those programs. I've done 2 of them over there now in the last month.
Okay.
They look pretty successful on Facebook.
Pretty interesting.
No, it's
We
great.
had 8 one time and 4 the next time, so
I'll have to keep,
12 altogether.
I forgot about that, so I need to, you do it again, holler at me. I wouldn't mind doing that.
It's always on Facebook.
I don't go.
Do they have, is the library a separate Facebook than the Dublin page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I need to get on
Yes.
that.
It should be Dublin Public Library
Okay.
for Facebook.
Everything else going well then?
So far,
Good deal. Thank you, sir. Hate to keep you from supper. Thanks for coming up and getting all this worked out. Keeping the place going over there, so we appreciate it. All right, Rob's not here quite yet, so we'll put him off a little bit down the list.
Is he planning on coming tonight? He just told me from this point on to start leaving him on the agenda, so he had stuff.
He probably forgot.
Okay, that or he may not have any updates for us tonight, we'll see.
All right, we got the police report in front of us, and that consisted of an abandoned vehicle, an animal problem, a business check, a community policing, an escort, or 18 business checks. Is that something right? That sounds awful high. Might have been a typo. Probably was. 1 escort, 2 illegal burns, 1 investigate theft, 4 investigations, 1 special patrol, 2 suspicious activities, 2 suspicious persons, 7 traffic stops, an unsecure building, and a VIN check.
Were the illegal burns actually enforced tickets this time?
I don't believe so, no. I think they were just verbal.
Okay.
One
Yeah.
was a written warning.
What was it?
I'm sorry.
It was a written warning.
Okay.
That's the one on 40 from Cumberland. These are newer from what we've usually been talking about with our,
Problem children?
yes,
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
yep. You wanna give the fire report, Jerry?
Yeah, I also gave you last month since I messed up on days. You want me to read that one?
Sure.
Thank you.
That's the September 2024. 0 ALS, BLS 120. 7 runs with Reed on 911 runs. Fire runs, 1 gas smell in the house. Evening of wires and trees down the storm. 1 electrical fire in the house. And 0 water. That was in September. October. BLS 139 runs, 6 runs with Reed. Fire runs, 3 in Dublin illegal burns, 1 tree down, 1 MVA. Milton 2 structure fires, New Lisbon 1 structure fire, Bentonville 1 call for water, and 0 water used on both months.
Any questions for Jerry? You'll notice we have the fire contract in front of you. We'll actually sign that next
Oh.
month, but it's in front of you.
They
In front
didn't get one.
Okay,
No.
never mind.
I figured you needed, yeah. I just put that for you.
Okay, so anyway, you'll see it in your inboxes next month to peruse through. And it's,
Can we talk about it?
yeah, if you want to.
So I was given, I guess, did you prepare this, Nathan? Okay. there was
Well,
a-
it was, I fixed some old issues in it, so.
Okay, well, those are the old issues I guess I want to make sure everybody's on the same page with. I went from the last one that I had prepared that the town had signed, had some things in it that this one didn't. For example, as far as the chief, the current one, I think, has it in there that the town has to approve that fire chief. That was removed and just left it in the, how the department would elect them on their own. So is that a change from the town being able to appoint that?
Well, what it was before was the department still appointed the chief, but it had to have the town board's blessing.
Okay, and you've removed that now?
Right.
And is that, I know that may be what, you're a little bit of a conflict of interest, that may be what the fire department wants, is that what the town wants too?
Well, they haven't seen this yet, that's what it is. I thought they had a copy, so
I can get him a copy.
that's fine.
I'll get him,
I'm fine with that, but
I'll get a copy to everybody tonight before you leave, so.
Oh, you're
that
gonna
you have
get
it.
my revision one too, that shows the red line?
I didn't give, I only gave it to him because he's the one that,
Well, I
Give
just
it to
didn't know
me.
which one you were gonna forward to him, the one his
This
or
one.
mine? Mine?
yeah,
Okay.
because you have all his changes.
Yeah, I have, well, and then I have my changes in it too. The other one, an easy one, I guess payments are gonna be monthly now instead of quarterly?
Mhm,
Okay.
That was a Julie thing.
mhm.
Okay. Another one was, there had been a section in here before that talks about that it's recognized that the department also runs an ambulance service, but that the town had nothing to do with that. And so I had put in there a paragraph about the department holding the town harmless for any of those activities since the town was not involved on that. Was there a reason that was taken out then of the contract, or?
You'll have to refresh my memory on what you're referring to.
Other services? The prior one talked about the parties acknowledge and agree the department is also engaged in providing certain emergency medical services which are not a part of this contract. Any of those services are solely at their discretion and at the direction of the department. The town has no responsibility for them, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, the department will hold the town harmless for any of the actions that might occur as a result of those kind of services. That is definitely a protection for the town that I would hate to see be removed from the
Yeah, I don't,
contract.
no, I don't remember marking that out, to be honest about it, unless it was just a lot of
An
extra
accidental.
verbiage. It was
I
just.
think
You
it was
thought,
just-
you thought that was a bunch of legal stuff that we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
need.
I think
It
that
only
was
protects
just-
the town.
Okay.
Why put that stuff in there?
That may have been
Let's put
something
it back.
that-
What do you think?
Okay, that may have been something that he's
I did a
started
lot of
something
chicken
and I,
scratch on
yeah,
it, so.
and I just took it and ran with it. Okay, so
And, yeah, I
other
mean,
services
Yeah, the
goes
fire
back.
department has its own insurance policy that, so the town
Okay.
would absolutely be
Okay.
no liability whatsoever, however you wanted to word that.
Okay. And I think, and in there, it talked about that the money the town does pay the department could be paid at the department's own discretion. However, if you spend more than $10,000, that had to have pre-approval from the town. I saw that was removed.
Yeah, we spend that in payroll every week, so
Well, I think it was meant for an individual item, so there might be some tweaking on that as far as what the
Yeah,
town
we
wants
spend
to
that
do.
all the time.
Even for an individual item,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and you don't want town to have to bless that then.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be an all-the-time business, so.
Okay, I'm just talking what was in it, and that's what the town wanted earlier, so I guess the town.
Yeah, I think a lot of this really just doesn't pertain to us anymore, to be real honest about it. I mean, it's essentially a full-time business is what it is now.
Yeah, done kind of with town money and in the town firehouse and with town equipment, but other than that, no.
Well, the only town equipment's just the one truck.
That's the only truck now that's left over that they own, that comes back, okay. Well, why don't council look at all that, and they can, it's not my decision, I just wanted to point out the things that were different from what the current contract is.
I'll get everybody a copy of this before you leave, so we have that. You can look it over before next meeting.
Good on that, sir?
Yep, oh yeah, nothing else for me to have.
Okay, we need to approve the minutes from the last two meetings and the adjustments.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes and, yeah, adjustments from the last
Well, you had the special.
Oh, no,
meeting.
yeah, I get it, okay.
I wasn't here, but
two meetings.
Yes.
Second.
all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Would it be official if I abstained from the second meeting because I wasn't here? Is that a necessary thing?
I can do that.
Otherwise, motions both are all passed, so.
Okay.
All right, you got a building report, Mr. Payne?
No, we didn't have any this month.
I didn't give anybody one. I don't think we had any this
We
month.
didn't have any this month. Oh,
What do you have for your superintendent's report, sir?
you have those. Ms. Cox?
Yeah, he would have
Yeah,
been on
we
this
have.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did have one building.
We had one, Mark Cox. Yep.
How did your hydrant flushing go?
Went well. Not that you guys cared, but I thought you guys might want to know the amount of water we used, and so I put that in the report too.
Did it have any issues with the hydrant froze or anything like that? or-
Nope, it was all in good shape, good working order, and it didn't take long to clean them out, so that's a good thing.
Everything good on the leaf vacuum business?
Well, we keep her running.
Haven't had any issues with people putting sticks and stuff like that in there?
Yes, I have. There's still some that won't be picked up that's down here on Cumberland. I spoke with the gentleman. He thinks that I should accommodate him in taking care of that, but it's a lot on the machine itself. It plugs it up, and then we spend an hour to 2 hours trying to get it unplugged. And it's just a lot, and that's why we have it that you're not supposed to put sticks and things like that in there, because it plugs that machine up, and then we're trying to hurry and get done as quick as we can too. So
I understand. It's running okay?
the lead vac? No. Well, it's ran good up until today, and then I've had some fuel issues with it today, so we'll get those fixed first thing in the morning and
Okay.
get finished up.
Be able to get the Christmas lights up Thanksgiving week?
I'm probably gonna start putting those up a little earlier,
Okay.
so.
You're still using the temporary help?
Well, yeah, I'm still using him some. I'm gonna use him tomorrow, and he hasn't worked the last couple of weeks, but still using him when I need him. So,
Okay. Want to make sure everything's good.
yep, we're good.
What about the streetlights? Are we getting in there straightened out?
Well, doing the best I can.
I don't know, it's nice wondering if it wasn't.
Yeah.
I had counted them lately, so I didn't know. if
Yeah,
they-
well, we have a row of lights down through there that, I don't know, it's like they all went out, in that outage. I went down and checked the breaker and all that down on the thing, and that's all good. So I don't know, hopefully it's not, it can't be bulbs, because I know some of those are LED bulbs through there, so it's gonna be something pretty extensive in there on those, I'm not sure yet, so do some more digging and wait for Mr. Ulrich to come back from.
The last count, I think, was 21 still.
Yep.
All right, anything else to?
Did we ever get straightened out on the buying of the new different type of bulb that about time I bailed out on you?
Yeah, he's putting LED bulbs.
Yeah, putting LED bulbs
Down
on
like
them.
we're supposed to, and we got,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, I'm putting LED bulbs in them now, and they seem to last longer, you know, but
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
remember that was a transformer change also to go to LED. and
Yeah,
a wiring
yeah.
change.
yeah, just cut the transformer out and wire around it.
All right, anything else to harass Lenny about tonight? I like keeping him on the hot seat.
Me too. Then I'm not on it.
Better me
All right.
too, I guess.
Turn it
Did you
over.
get, guys' raise figured out?
That's what we're looking at.
That's this?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Julie, you got a clerk report?
You have your, should have your fuel report and your time cards. And we did, you should also have 2 amended salary ordinances to accommodate the change in salary for our labor after his 90-day increase. So that's, I think that's pretty much all I have. It's not elsewhere on the agenda.
Would you like to, I'm assuming, approve both of these separately? Would that be more appropriate?
Yes. I don't know if yours, did you guys just say a 7 at the top instead of 11?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it'll be 11?
Typo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, mine says, I printed the new one, so I just kept it for myself, I guess.
Yeah, she just brings herself as one.
Have 11 and 12.
Okay.
11 is the one for this year,
So it doesn't have.
and that one, we
That's different.
are including the
First.
increase,
Okay.
the 90-day increase.
The retro pay, okay.
Yes,
Yes.
which will go back.
That's the one that doesn't have the blue on it.
Okay.
Well, his doesn't have blue, his probably has
Okay.
gray.
This one.
Yeah.
Correct and false. Any questions over that?
And are we good with that salary? Everybody's okay with that salary
Yes.
increase? Okay.
This is what, this is out of the new budget, this is what?
This is in this year's budget, and yes, I had enough already from when our previous employee was here. He was above this rate, so I'm good on what was budgeted for this year. So we're good for this year.
So motion to approve ordinance 2024-11.
Correct. Would you like to make that?
Yes.
Very good. Does somebody like to second that?
I'll second.
And all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, and then the next one.
The next one corrects his wage up to what his new one is, and then everybody gets the 2% increase. And with this, we had discussed how the insurance was going to work this time with the new proposal that was, the renewal that was given. And in doing calculations, it was cheaper to have the employees bump up to 18% of their individual premiums and then put the entire HSA back on the town. That was going to take us from, where is it? I've got too many of them here. Instead of being an increase, I think it was 6,000 something, I don't have the one from where we're currently. If we left things like they are currently, our increase for the year would be 5,745.38. If we do the new proposal with the 18% and then throw the deductible back on the town, our increase would only be $4,289.47. So it is a savings to the town to do it that way, and that is included in here as well.
Did we discuss with Bob about doing the quarterly HSA? Then if somebody does quit, we can hold
No.
funds. So they get their quarterly HSA and say they quit 1 month into the quarter. Now they've gotten 3 months worth and only worked for 1. Can we have something in writing that says we can hold your checks, or we can take that money back to cover that if you quit or get terminated?
It's gonna be awful hard to take it back after you pay. Now, what you could do is amend your salary ordinance to show that it's only earned for the months that you are there, but you would then have to adjust how it's paid, because it's gonna be difficult to get it paid back once you pay an employee some kind of money like that.
Wait, but you couldn't keep their final paycheck?
No, you still can't just keep the, I mean, they're entitled to be paid for any hours that they have. You cannot unilaterally set it off if they owe you money because of something else.
We'll just keep it at monthly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
When you pay these holiday bonuses, is that just a bonus on their check payroll? Is that what that is?
No. They
Like a
get
gift
a
card?
gift card.
Okay.
If I do it actually on their check, then we have
Pay taxes?
payroll taxes.
Technically, they have to be taxed on gift cards.
Do they? Okay,
I mean, I'm fine not knowing that.
thank you. I haven't thought yet, so.
You wonder how
we
to
could
do it though. Yeah, that, you're the laws now.
I only know because of my work. When we say I get a $100 gift card,
Mhm.
well, they gross up my wages to
Account.
110, and that's reported as wages to accommodate the taxes for that $100 gift
Got
card.
it, yeah. Okay. So nice, so nice. But those are the only changes that I made to this. And I will make this back to, I did change it back from quarterly to monthly.
Everybody good so far?
Yep.
Lenny, can you push really hard as soon as we get these holidays over with to see about getting him in a water class? With this nice little raise?
Yeah. He's gotta have 2 years before he can actually take his test. He has to have 2 years.
But he can start taking the classes though, right?
Yeah, I have the classes already on the laptop. So,
He has to work here 2 years before he can test.
Yeah.
yeah.
Before he can take the test, he can actually test under Lenny as long as his supervising. But as far as actually taking the certification test.
All right. Need a motion to accept salary ordinance 2024-12.
I'll make a motion, we accept salary ordinance 2024-12
With changes.
with the changes, yes.
Monthly. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. Anything else under that? Otherwise, we're going to jump into old business.
Lenny, you started on your second water test yet? Okay.
And
I know you're busy and stuff, but, you know,
I got a lot going on.
I know. Okay, just kind of remind you of it.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
Every day. It's still there.
Is that the one, so then we wouldn't have to pay that third
Yeah.
party?
All right, it's time to open some bids. We have in front of us, how many bids do we got? 4?
I have 4 different companies, yes.
4 for the unsafe buildings, and this is to demolish our 3 structures that we're looking at.
Okay, Cox Excavating out of Richmond. I'm assuming I'm gonna read these separately because some of them gave me one for each one. So let's do 225 North Johnson, 14,400. 285 State Street, 18,400. And 1765 Spring Street is 9,200. The next ones are from Longnecker Excavation, excuse me. Let's get these in the right order so I get the right one here. Crap. Yeah.
42,000 for Cox.
Okay, 1765 Spring Street, sorry, I'm going backwards.
Okay. How much again?
11,450. It's back in here, this way. 285 State Street is 28,600. And 225 Johnson is 24,800.
64,850.
The next contractor is B&B Construction. 225 North Johnson is 16,900. Okay. 1765 Spring Street is 13,900. .285 South State Street is 21,500. And, go ahead.
52,300.
The last contractor is Mikesell Excavating out of New Paris, Ohio. Let's see if they did them separately, if they just did it all. I think they did them all together. I have a total of 66,800.
So we got a bid of 42,000, a bid of 64,850, a bid of 52,300, and a bid of 66,800. So the lowest bid is Cox out of Richmond at 42,000.
Is that math correct? Was it 14,400, 18,400, and 9,200?
Yep, that's what I got.
Isn't that 4,400? Am I missing something? No, I missed 42. Never mind.
B&B is what?
And these were the
52,300.
ones, they came recommended from the county, right? That list?
Yes, these
Yeah.
were all on the list.
I'm good with the low bid.
Are we, so we're doing one contractor for all of them?
I think they were the lowest.
On all of them.
On all
Right,
three of them.
right, okay,
Correct.
okay.
Would seem easy enough to deal that way.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to award, all 3 to Cox,
So we need a motion for that.
yes.
Motion to accept.
Okay, motion by Jean, is there a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, Bob, you're up with the open burn amendments.
Well, these two things, I think there must be some misunderstanding. On the open burn, I thought I was just to look at and see if all of our ordinances applied to in-house rather than outside burning. And after doing some research, it is just for outside, and none of it applies to inside.
Mhm.
I did not realize, are you wanting to make, if you start going inside, you get into some real difficulties as far as, you know, fireplaces and other commercial buildings that have legalized burning of their, whatever business that they are in.
Right.
And so it gets problematic, so I have not prepared anything for inside because I didn't really, I thought it was just a question of whether.
What if it's
It
not a
was.
It
legalized
was,
business
so I'm
though?
correct
Yes.
on what I was supposed to do. Okay.
What if it's not a legalized business though, it's somebody in their garage burning very bad things,
But you can get from the nuisance for the smoke and smell, though, so we can go
Yeah.
that way.
but we can't go inside their garage legally? So how do we force the extinguishment of it?
But yeah, you could just fine them for, you'd have to prove that they were doing
Have
something.
the officer there.
Violation, have the officer there, see it, and, you know, test it for the noxious. And of course, still give them warnings beforehand, but if they were doing that, I just think it's gonna be awfully hard to just completely prohibit when you just say, no burning inside the
Mhm.
building. Commercial purposes, you almost can't do
Right.
that. So I think you're gonna have to go as Rex suggested as far as the noxious smells or something that would be disturbance to the neighbors and not be allowed, so.
I know we looked at the ordinance last week or last month with, yeah.
And it's because
Kaiser.
what I
Yeah,
researched
Kaiser.
was the definition of open burning, and almost all talk about open burning as an outside fire, so.
And I think a lot of the issue we had with him was he was looking at an old ordinance that had a lot more strict laws than
Yeah.
we have now.
Yeah.
And so it's really, ours is almost pretty vague now. Anybody have anything to add or change with that from what we're at?
So basically, if there is a call for something that's inside, we have to go through, police need to be involved? Is that what
Sounds,
I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. For nuisance
or
and
idea,
noxious.
one of the two, but by the time they get here, it'll be over with.
Okay. I mean, it'd still be the fire department
Yeah.
too.
And,
Okay.
I mean, can the fire department somehow test for noxious gases or pollutants?
That's gonna be my question as far as how do you determine that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, just the odor, you know, disturb the neighbors and stuff. But
Odor and color, but most of the time it's after dark, so you
Yeah.
can't hardly see it, you just smell it.
Yeah,
But there's no type of machine or, I mean, there's nothing
Not-
to actually.
not to be
Because
air
my
mixed, no.
sensitive nose might be different than your sensitive nose
Yeah.
about what's noxious.
The only way you ever tell is have the EPA come in and
Well,
set
that's
up
what I
machine.
mean, that's what I was getting at, there's just,
Then you're talking federal. so.
there's nothing like easy to
I think we
wave a
just
wand and say, yep, you're burning
keep
oil.
falling back
or-
onto the nuisance, I think that's probably what saves us.
Yeah, because even outside, if somebody, a neighbor or somebody complains about the smoke or whatever, then they either need to knock down the smoke or put it out. So it'd be similar. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we'll let that rest. Bob, we got on the next one.
Well, and I guess I thought, I knew we talked about it at length, but I felt like there wasn't any consensus on somebody driving their mower. You know, we have the thing about golf carts, mopeds, and scooters. We could try to add mowers to that, but I didn't get the gist at the end of our conversation. Anybody was quite ready to go there with the mowers, because we were talking about, well, what if they're just going from one yard to another? And, I mean, I could try to create something, but I have not prepared anything.
I think it's such an isolated thing that
I
we're not
think
used
so,
to,
too.
that it's.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt at the end, that nobody was
Yeah.
really ready to take that next step.
Okay, so we're just tabling that one.
I think until something becomes an issue again.
Okay. I will leave it that way.
I would think with the snow coming, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
decrease.
Well, he could always put a blade on it and help us push.
There you go. All right, I guess we're up to medical insurance, if nobody has any other old business to bring up. You want to explain any of that, Julie?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But I think we just kind of decided on proposal two, didn't we?
Oh, I thought that was already.
It's for the plans that they gave us, it's proposal 1, but how it's paid on here is proposal 2, yes.
Right, that's what I was
Yes.
going with. This is what we basically approved when we did the salary approval.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm good with that.
These are both the same, right? I just had them in my mailbox.
Yes.
Just wanna make sure I'm looking at the right stuff.
So as far as proposal, for what Anthem gave us, their recommendation was proposal 1, so that would need to be your motion. It's proposal 1, which is this. This proposal that you're talking about is just my proposal of how we pay it.
Right, so we need to look at, this is Anthem's.
Mm-hmm.
So this top one.
The plan is, I mean, you can look at yours that shows proposal 2. It gives the totals. The total is still $69,025.82 per year.
We went from 64,000 to 69,000.
Mhm. That, their plan is 64,055.88 from 57. What I just included was, I'm sorry, is the deductible. It includes what the total price was minus what the employee share is, plus the deductible. So the original, this one here shows it better. The total cost, sorry, let's go back. Use your proposal 2. Use your proposal 2. The total cost is $64,055.88. The employee share is $11,530, which brings it down to $52,525.82 plus the deductible. So it is $69,025.82. If we do it the way we did it before, with the employees paying 12% plus $750, the total would be $70,481.73.
Okay,
So it is
But-
down.
the Anthem price is the Anthem price. There's no discussing which Anthem plan.
So
Is
$64,055.88.
the new premium.
Yes.
So we went from 57,000 to 64,000
Yes.
to Anthem. Okay.
Yes.
Anything we can do about that?
Nothing we can do about that.
No,
No, I know,
I'm sorry.
I know. I know,
Hope for better next year.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, you never know, things are changing in January.
But having the employees pay a larger share does help the town out.
So proposal 2 is still where we're going, still what we.
Yes.
Yeah. Need a motion on that, do you?
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the proposal 2 we discussed.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Employees still have insurance. I hate dealing with insurance.
So
For the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right, what's next? We need to decide tonight if anybody's interested in us joining the 4-year agreement with the county and giving them half of our edit.
Half of what?
Edit contribution. We've never done it before, but they stopped in last month and gave us kind of a update on what they're up to, and they're just wanting to know if we wanted to contribute now that we never have before, so with their projects.
the difference in how it was before, if you did it for life. This one is a 4-year term, and they only do it every 4 years. You would renew it, and they are doing more. Before it was, and the reason that we did not participate was because it went to bring in new business and that kind of stuff. We don't have any ground or any way of having a business come in that would have more than 50 employees, so we would never benefit from that because that was their rules. They still have that, but they're also putting back into, correct me if I'm wrong, like downtown, more stuff like what we got with our grant to try and lure people here that want to work in Wayne County and live in Wayne County. So they're seeing that it's not just, the business side of it. We've got to lure the people here as well, or keep the people here as well as lure the business here. So that's the difference.
I think basically the conversation was we're not going to do as much in the Richmond Industrial Park. We want to try and spread her to the small
Yeah.
towns.
Right.
That's kind of the gist of how it.
Did we get a cost proposal, like an annual
Well,
cost?
we get our edit funds and we give them half of it, no matter what it is.
When you passed the budget, did you use all of the edit funds for your budget then? So you could give away half and not.
We've always felt it good to keep the edit funds here in town and use it for our streets and our sidewalks and.
That sounds like a good idea to me, in Richmond.
That's just what we've always, And
Are you the only ones that don't do it now? I think
no,
There's several.
there's, what did he say, is there 7 or is there
Yeah, there's quite a few.
3 of us, something like that don't.
They were trying to hit all of those folks up at the same time, so. I know for a fact that Milton was right before us, because they were there the night they were coming here, so. And I think Hagerstown was one as well, pretty sure.
They never showed up.
They came in right after you left, so we went
Yeah.
ahead and,
I'm like, why am I not remembering?
yeah.
Yeah,
And they
sure.
said the cake was delicious, just to let you know. They got it.
Good.
It's never was for life, it's always been 4-year contract for the town.
Oh, he made it sound like it was always, you did it,
No, because.
and you had to get permission if you wanted to back out of it. You couldn't just back out of it.
No, because Cambridge renews it and goes Richmond,
Hmm.
so.
Okay,
no.
Does anybody have an interest in making a motion for that?
No.
okay.
So,
Anybody else? No?
Maybe next time.
Okay.
I don't, what I'm hearing right now, I don't see that it helps Dublin any.
No, we've always used it. We used it for the street lights. We used it for a lot of the stuff at the stuff at the park and different things in town. We use it towards our matching funds for different grants that we've done.
I think we've done a good job keeping care of our own. Okay, that'll be. Anything else under new business that didn't make the agenda? All right, motion to pay the bills. Any questions over that? Claims, have you seen presented to you?
Motion to accept.
All right, we got a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Last but not least is the financial report approval.
I make a motion to accept the financial as presented.
Second.
All right, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right.
I didn't need to talk about this, did we, anybody?
That's just an update from when they came and met with Lenny and
Okay.
Rex, and it's a quarterly thing they do just as a good practice. So,
Did we ever hear anything from our trash people in response to that?
Would you like to update everybody on?
He was in town for 3 weeks. Every Monday he was in town. Seems to be going better, I think.
I've not had any calls.
Yeah.
I did the first week, but not since.
Yeah.
They've been coming earlier too.
And then the other thing is that I'm working with him on trying to keep the trucks out of some of the alleys too. So because it's really
Tear 'em up.
tearing them up and,
You think we got their attention?
oh yeah. Yeah, we got their
It's
attention.
actually quite interesting on my situation. They actually changed their route personally, and now they come opposite down the alley. Now they drive right past where my trash can used to sit the whole time. So now I move it up to the street. So it was very comical. So please don't bring that up to my wife. But yeah, there's no reason even now to go down our alley because now we've moved all of our trash cans out of the alley. So
I think that was the,
we went backwards now. So.
The shorter alleys, like the one behind my house, and you know those that don't have a lot on them, try to keep them off of those as much as possible because I mean we just can't afford to
That one stays with me.
pave alleys. I mean we don't get no help in that. So
there should be 2 separate.
So are more people gonna start using the street?
just those that I am contacting that I see as feasible for them to
Yeah.
do. Those will be the ones that we move them to the street. You know, I know there's only 2 on the other alley on the other side of me, you know, so I would probably need to
Yeah,
talk to
I'm sure
them.
Mrs. Nash would move.
Yeah. Well, those 2 I've already talked to.
Oh, and I figured they
Yeah.
would both be willing to move.
Yep.
Chuck Flynn didn't make it tonight, apparently.
Okay.
He had talked to me about the animal problem out here on the pike. Where the trailer where the animals get out in the road and they get over in his yard and make a mess. Well, he's called the animal control out there and they say they ain't got time to fool with it. It's too far out in the edge of the county and
It's not even in the town limits, is it?
No.
But he's called the county, and the county came out and said that Dublin has jurisdiction 3 miles outside the city limits for animal control.
It's technically, if we did, it would be 2 and not 3.
But nevertheless, that's within a
And that's
mile.
really just for zoning
Right.
purposes, that's not for
That's just
enforcement.
for
of
zoning,
zoning.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
That's
It's just 2 mile
zoning.
fringe is for zoning purposes, it's not for enforcement of local ordinances or codes. So that's a false statement for him to say that it's
Well,
our,
the county sheriff told him that it wasn't his jurisdiction, it was Dublin's jurisdiction.
no, he's wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
but he's caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And I told him the best thing was to come to the meeting and talk to you and find out what,
Yeah.
I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
But he didn't come tonight. I don't know if they've reached some kind of a agreement out there or what. I see they're doing, it looks like they're doing a lot of building out there in the front of the trailer.
I haven't been on the road, so I
That's
don't
for
know.
his chicken coop.
Yeah, but,
Yeah. And he does have a lot of animals running loose out there.
well, they're getting over Chuck's yard and turning his yard up
They
and
get out in the street.
out on the street and it's a problem.
It is a problem, but it's a county problem,
Yeah.
not a Dublin
Well,
problem.
that's what he's caught in the middle.
You're out of
county-
town limits.
Right.
I mean,
Well, the county's
it's hard
telling
to
him
enforce
it's
that
not
stuff.
their problem, it's our problem, and so I told him to come to the meeting and we would discuss it here and find out, Bob would know what
Yeah, if it dealt with any kind of, a zoning violation, that's in your 2 mile fringe, but this isn't just a zoning violation, the way I understand it, it's animal running loose, which would be either a violation of our ordinance that we can't enforce beyond the town limits, or it's a violation of county ordinance.
Do you need to change this one before we sign it
Go ahead.
to monthly?
Change that, it's on the back side. Second paragraph, I do believe, under section 4, very last line.
Back to what you was talking about, Gina, I will reach out to the county and make sure that they are aware of what's going on, so.
Like I said, I didn't know what all the particulars were of it. But I would assume that if it's
Richard.
We're actually wrapping up, so you're good timing.
Oh, perfect.
I actually had a question, or,
Complaint?
not a
Oh,
complaint. I mean, I see you guys all the time during the day, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not out at night, no idea. I'm in bed by 10, so I had one report of cars racing down State Street in the night.
Okay.
I know, and our Johnson is just constantly hammered all the time. I mean, you guys know that, so.
Right.
Just an extra eye out, that's all.
For sure, for sure. Gotcha.
I know my cameras see them going up and down Maple and the alley and stuff, and I appreciate
Of course.
that, especially over by the apartments and that, throughout the night. Daggone it, I had it again and I lost it again.
Well, I got a question for you. You may not know,
Other
but
side.
Yeah.
I wonder if it might have been a typo, but it had 18 business checks down. We thought that was kind of excessive for the town of Dublin.
Yeah, I see that as well. I'm not sure. He just wanted me to read these off to you guys. If you guys had them already, that's good.
Yeah, well, I just figured that might have been a typo or something.
I'm not sure. He didn't say anything about it.
Probably one.
I know with all the burglaries and stuff that we've had lately, more a couple months ago, but maybe we, Stover, maybe some of the day shifters. I'm night shift. I don't know if any of you guys know me. I'm Cody Frame, but I work night shift, so
Congratulations.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, maybe they're doing some night shifts. I can talk to him about it for sure, and I'll definitely tell everybody about speeding on State Street. For sure.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to the force.
Yeah. So you guys already have these?
Yeah, we seen them. We're
Okay, good deal. Good
He
deal.
sends them to me usually.
Perfect. Perfect. He
Thank
told
you.
me it started at 7, so I don't.
It's 6. Yeah, it's
They
6.
moved to 6 this year.
Oh, okay.
Put that on your calendar.
I'll definitely let him know that because I'm glad. All right.
All right, Julie's got the signs ready for us. What do you think about them?
I like it.
Those are our park signs. Lenny's gonna get some white posts and we'll get one put up at each end of the park.
And as soon as the weather breaks this spring, we'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony and make a big to-do out of the park down there, so.
Yes, we have a donor sign. Have you picked the donor sign up yet?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
We've got a donor sign that will go down there around the play equipment.
Hopefully by the end of the week.
Okay.
Maybe early in the game, but Lenny was talking about maybe even doing like a opening ceremony or something with the softball league and just making like a big to-do, so
Okay.
you might just think about stuff like that. I know we got some time to think about it, so.
Yeah, I know we're gonna do some different stuff this year, like what we used to, so I know we have talked about that, so.
I know we're getting ready to wrap up. Have you talked to any with getting that landscaping and stuff worked out down there?
Yes, I did talk with Cecil. He called me. He was down there, I don't know, a couple of nights ago. He was down there taking pictures, so he's gonna put something together for us, and then we'll go from there.
Probably won't happen this winter, more than likely.
Probably not. At some point I'll get down there and get those shrubs ripped out and get them removed because they're just covering the whole plaque and everything down there, so they need to be gone.
Just
on the ground.
Fountain, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the water off, right?
It will be.
Well,
Yep.
freezing is right around the corner, so.
Yep, it will be.
Cemetery water off yet?
I do believe it is off.
Okay.
I think, yeah, I turned it off last month, I
Double
think.
check.
I will double check. When I do the park, I usually double check that too.
Good man. Okay, anything else? Motion to adjourn.
I make a motion we adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
See you next month.
Whole plaque and everything down there, so they need to be gone.
Just
on the ground.
Fountain, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the water off, right?
It will be.
Well,
Yep.
freezing is right around the corner, so.
Yep, it will be.
Cemetery water off yet?
I do believe it is off.
Okay.
I think, yeah, I turned it off last month, I
Double
think.
check.
I will double check. When I do the park, I usually double check that too.
Good man. Okay, anything else? Motion to adjourn.
I make a motion we adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
See you next month.